All right, I think we're gonna go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. My name is Elizabeth and I serve on the board of the AMA San Francisco chapter, and I'm also the founder of our first ever AMA Externship Academy with, of course, the AMA San Francisco chapter. We are super excited to be here tonight to celebrate the completion of our first time running this program. I founded this program to be able to support and provide young marketers, students, and those transitioning in their career an opportunity to get hands-on marketing experience with a small Bay Area-based business. So a big thank you to our extern hosts, Luke from West Coast Wholesale, Melissa and Aaron from Troops Direct, Gerardo from the Asian Table, and Aaron and Amy from Aaron Parsley Dance, who have provided our externs the opportunity to work in the entertainment sector, CPG, cannabis, and nonprofit world. And of course, a big congratulations to our externs for their amazing work and participation in this first of its kind program. We're really excited to see what you show us tonight. This evening, we will have our externs share the exciting projects that they've been working on for their host organizations, and to all of you that are attending, including our AMA board, who has continuously been supporting us with this program. So thank you. Before we begin, we want to take a moment to share a little bit more about the program and, of course, about AMA. So with this, I'd like to introduce Nikita, the director of the AMA Externship Academy and the mentor for Aaron Parsley Dance and Troops Direct. Please take it away.
Thank you for that introduction, Elizabeth. So hi, everyone. I'm Nikita, and I serve as the director of the externship program. We have launched this program with as Elizabeth said, the American Marketing Association of San Francisco. The AMASF chapter aims to connect Bay Area marketers through insightful programs, diverse educational resources, impactful networking experiences, and career advancement opportunities. The implementation of this Externship Academy hopes to bring Bay Area marketers together and help catalyze career development for these aspiring business people. A big thank you to Gerardo, who has supported us throughout the entirety of the program. Next slide, please. In the course of this past pilot program that marks our launch of the AMA Externship Academy, I mentored Aaron Parsley's dance company and Troops Direct's externship cohorts. Our aspiration for this program was to provide the opportunity for our delegated externs to learn and grow with a hands-on career developing experience and create something tangible to add to their resumes and add as an addition to further their skill set. Not only did the externs develop their career through creating content and utilizing digital marketing techniques, but also developed personally as their communication, project management, and collaboration skills exceeded throughout this period. This program ran through a 10-week time frame with 1 to 3 externs per cohort. They were able to create marketing plans, strategies, and social media content calendars for their assigned businesses. Working more than 15 hours a week, we're proud to give these externs the opportunity to showcase their work tonight.
Nikita and I served as mentors to support our externs throughout the entirety of their experience. This included facilitating biweekly Zoom calls, where we were able to review progress on projects and overcome any roadblocks. Our extern hosts also joined on several of those meetings to provide feedback and insights on their projects. So thank you for joining on those meetings and providing that as well. A big thank you to my extern teams and all of our externs. We're really excited to see all of the work that you've done and have you share it as well this evening.
So we wanted to now take this time to clarify why we named it an Externship Academy rather than an Internship Academy. An intern is an individual who's hired internally to work within an organization. Their hours must be tracked and an I-9 form must be completed. An extern, however, is an individual who volunteers or is hired externally to complete one or several projects for an organization. They act as a consultant, so hours are not tracked and no legal documents are completed.
In addition, by having participants serve as externs, we're able to open the application to international students and those who may be struggling to find job opportunities due to their visa and citizenship status. It's really been amazing to see the feedback of this program, from, of course, the friendships made to the career growth, skill development, to just see what they've been able to accomplish in solely 10 weeks. We're really proud of you, and excited for your future in the marketing world. You can see here some quotes from some of our participants here. We want to also give an opportunity now if anyone wants to speak up and add any comments. You can also send something in the chat. Cool.
Slide. All right, now it's time to meet this summer's externs. We're so proud and so excited to watch your presentations and congratulate you all on all the hard work you've been committing to this program. We can't wait for you to present your work this evening.
And we wouldn't have been able to do this program without your dedication, so thank you, externs. And of course, a special thank you to our business hosts who have participated in our program. We truly hope that this program has allowed your small business to gain some new strategies, ideas, and resources to strengthen your brand presence and your marketing.
With free marketing help and helpful business consulting from our externs, we hope that you are able to utilize these projects to continue building your small business.
Now I would like to introduce the AMA president, Gerardo, who would like to share some opening words.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. I really appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. It's great to see, this great crowd. Thank you for supporting this program. I hope this is something that we can establish and we can create a program that can be operated every year. Hopefully, with your help and support, we can still do this. Again, this is a very important part of the American Marketing Association San Francisco chapter, because we're trying to help our community, and this way is our way to give back to small businesses while helping the newcomers and the new rock stars. So thank you very much for being here, and I can't wait to see what our externs has to present.
Thank you so much, Gerardo, for letting us run this program. We're really grateful for your support and the opportunity. And of course, also a big thank you to my counterpart, Nikita, for putting in so many hours into the program and joining us for the ride. Before we start, we do want to quickly take a picture to commemorate this moment, and we'll also be sharing it on our AMA social media accounts. So if you feel comfortable, you can turn your camera on, smile big, adjust your hair, and we'll take a picture together. Okay. 3, 2, 1, smile. Beautiful. Everyone looks great.
Thank you, Elizabeth. For our presentations, we will have each group of externs present one at a time, followed by several minutes open to questions from the audience and extern host. So now, without further ado, we will go ahead and begin our culmination. To kick off, we have Left Coast Wholesale. Go ahead.
Great. Give me 1 second. Okay, and can everybody see my screen? Awesome. Hello, everybody. We are the externs for Left Coast Wholesale, and we'll get to introducing ourselves individually in a little bit. For the agenda today, first we'll go through some introductions of ourselves, the externs, as well as the business that we got to work with and our project goals. And then we'll go into some more detail about our 3 projects: the social media project, the branding project, the market research project. And then at the end, we'll conclude with our takeaways from our 3 projects and the program as a whole. Introductions. So this is our team. Our extern host was Luke Silverman from Left Coast Wholesale, and our mentor was Elizabeth Middleman. I'm Emily Tran, and the rest of my team are Elif Yildirim and Tran. So about Left Coast Wholesale, Left Coast Wholesale is a dedicated team of growing experts with deep roots in the cultivation industry. We manufacture and distribute top quality products to retail stores and online merchants throughout the United States. We have sub-brands like Sun Grower and Garden Tap. And below we have links to the Left Coast Wholesale website and the Left Coast Wholesale Instagram. So for our project goals, for our 3 projects, our first project was to create engaging Left Coast Wholesale social media content. And our second project was to rebrand the Sun Grower logo and packaging. And our third project was to conduct SEO and demographic research for Garden Tap. Okay, and then moving on to our social media project.
Thank you, Emily. So going over our social media project for a starting point, we gathered these numbers from Left Coast Wholesale's Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And from these platforms, Emily used an average likes calculator on the last 5 posts and then created a chart for us to see which social media accounts had the highest average likes, comments, and engagement rate. And obviously we see Instagram taking the lead for the highest average likes and comments. Although they had a couple thousand followers on each of the social media platforms, the engagement rate was still pretty low. And Left Coast Wholesale did not have a TikTok account to market their products. So we wanted to encourage video creation through TikTok. Next slide, please. And their current social media strategy targeted gardens and hydroponic stores. The contents were mainly images and some videos, and there were 0 posts in April through May and 11 posts in June. So we did see a little bit of inconsistency in posting on social media.
And about what we propose about social media strategy, we included TikTok to our existing platforms, and we retargeted our audience for Garden Tap, beginner gardeners, and pregnancy for posting 2 to 3 times a week. And we offer type of contents like videos, reels, polls, stories, challenges, and giveaways. Like I mentioned before, our proposed video content, short videos for TikTok and Instagram Reels. You can see our gardens in these videos thanks to Luke. He sent us a few products and we became beginner gardeners. And we propose to have an informational and simple videos for beginners like us. And we try to use trending music to increase our reach. Next slide, please. About other proposed contents, hosting giveaways to people to follow us or share their emails for future retargeting. Using polls to engage with followers, especially successful on LinkedIn. And starting Garden Grow Up Challenge on Garden Tap TikTok to encourage users to show off their products. Posting Instagram stories on holidays or at trade shows to stay top of mind. Sharing gardening articles on LinkedIn to encourage comments on Left Coast Wholesale LinkedIn. This is our social media spreadsheet. A spreadsheet outlining our ideas for Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok. You can see in the spreadsheet our audience, our proposed metrics, caption, text, and the content in here. Next slide, please.
Our other social media efforts included reaching out to gardener Instagrams for collaboration. For example, Sunshine Farm Life on Instagram. We found her and we saw that her reels, she took us through her gardening journey, and her comment section is really active. So there's a great community for us to market our brand there. And then next, we made an email template that would be used to send out to influencers that we found were a good fit to our company's mission. And we also had a spreadsheet of TikTok inspiration videos for future references. And this is the email template that I came up with. The first part introduces Left Coast Wholesale, what it is, who we are, and what we do. The second paragraph goes over how we relate to the content of the influencer and kind of pitching in why we want them to collaborate with us. And then the third part goes into details of the product that will be sent to the influencer in our PR package. And then we wrap it up with email. We wrap up the email with our information and links to our social media. And that is all for our first project. Now moving on to our sun grower branding project. So for this project, our goal was to rebrand the style of sun grower to target more middle-aged audiences and cannabis growers. So starting off with the logo, the criteria that the logo should meet are that it should have bright colors. It works in black and white. It must have a trendy font. It's simple and clean. It has less harsh lines and variations. And then I used Canva to come up with the 3 logos in the bottom. And then our extern host, Luke, mentioned that he really liked the first one. So I took that feedback and made it into the packaging suggestion. So for the packaging, this is what I came up with. Again, I used Canva for the packaging, and I used customer canvas to paste it on a design template. The logo is in the top center, and there's a small description of the product, and there's logos for 3 benefits so that it's more visually appealing to the audience. It's UV coated, it's BPA free, and it's 6-inch squares. And in the bottom, you can see a visual of the netting, the trellis netting itself.
Okay, moving on to our last project, the market research project. We first took a look at what the goals were for Geopot, Geoflora, and GardenTap.com in terms of audiences that they wanted to reach. And that gave us some direction on our research. And using the information we found about Gen Z and millennial gardeners, we were able to compose these 3 target personas to give a better direction for GardenTap when targeting for their audience. We also used our research to develop suggestions for GardenTap.com in order for them to retarget beginner gardeners in that age range, including adding more reviews and simplifying the information to make it more accessible for beginners. And we also provided keyword recommendations using keywords that were more likely to be searched by beginner gardeners. And on top of that, we provided some ideas for growth for GardenTap.com in order to provide other avenues for reaching that target audience. Some of them include customized grow kits, reaching out to certain Facebook groups, and also leaving discounts for reviews or bonuses for referrals. And to wrap up, our expectations for our 3 projects are if Left Coast Wholesale follows our social media recommendations, they will engage current followers and reach new ones. And if Sungrower rebrands their style, they will reach their audience to, they will increase their reach to the cannabis audience. And if GardenTap follows our website recommendations, it will become the most visited site for Gen Z and millennial beginner gardeners. Great, and now our takeaways.
So through this externship, some soft skills we gain are project management, teamwork, remote work, communication, organization, and presenting. And hard skills we gained are we use a little bit of Hootsuite, social media. We use Canva a lot, Google Suite, Premiere Pro, market research, and SEO. And then just a little bit of comment from our experience at AMA. I really enjoyed working with my team. I learned so much about social media marketing, and I'm so proud of how our project turned out. Thank you to our mentor, extern host, and my team for this amazing experience.
And this was a really fun project to work on. I really wish I could do more. I learned a lot about project management that I think will help me pursue a career in account management. So thank you to our mentor, extern host, and team for all of your hard work.
It has always been exciting for me to work with new people and develop skills. I'm very glad that AMA SF Externship Academy gave us this opportunity. Our external host, Luke, was very helpful. Our mentor's optimism spread to our team as well, and we completed a project that we are really proud of. And thank you so much.
So for our next steps for Left Coast Wholesale, we hope that you move on to creating a TikTok account for your Garden Tap brand and start sharing videos on TikTok as well as Instagram Reels, and continue to make updates to the Garden Tap website and the Sun Grower branding. And for us, we hope to someday become AMA members, as well as seek full-time or part-time roles in social media, and continue to grow our gardens, thanks to Left Coast Wholesale. And so here we have some links to the works that we've mentioned throughout our presentation. And lastly, we have our gardens and the progress that we've made with them. Thank you.
Great job. Let's give them a round of applause.
Thank you so much.
Great job, guys. I'd love to open up the floor for any comments or questions.
I want to say thanks to the team. This was a ton of fun. It was great working with everyone. I think they did an amazing job. There was a lot of insights we gained and some really unique perspectives. And I particularly liked, helping work with the team on getting their garden started, and the learning process they went through was really informative for us. So I think there's a lot of really useful content we're going to be using going forward. And so, yeah, just thanks for setting up the program. I also want to thank Eric Widener for bringing this to our attention in the first place. So really appreciate it, everyone.
I do have a question though. I don't know who was working on the email campaigns.
Yeah, that was me.
Did you have a database to work on, or how were you thinking of approaching customers or getting emails from?
At first, I wanted to Instagram DM the Instagram influencer we wanted to reach out to, and then after DMing them, I found that they were willing to give their email to me. So, and then I would approach them with that email template that I showed.
Great job. All right. Thank you.
Awesome. Great job, team. Next, we have Aaron Parsley Dance Company.
Hi everyone, just give me 1 second to share my screen. And of course, let me know if you can see. Okay, can everyone see? Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Catherine. David and I would like to present Steps to Love, Aaron Parsley Wedding Dances. But before we do, we would like to introduce our mentor, Nikita, and our two business hosts, Aaron, who is the founder of Steps to Love, and Amy, who is the business manager. For our externs, we had David, who specializes in digital marketing, and myself, where I focus on building brand awareness. But first, I'll hand it over to Erin so she can speak a little bit more about her company.
Hi, everyone. I'm Erin Parsley, and Steps to Love is a division of Aaron Parsley Dance. And at Steps to Love, we choreograph custom wedding dances for all genders and orientations, and create an iconic memory for the couple on their wedding day, one that really celebrates their unique love story. Also, we exist to foster teamwork and harmony and really bond the couple intimately as they progress towards their special day. So that's what we do.
Thanks, Erin. So David and I had two main project goals. One was to build brand awareness, and two was to improve the social media strategy. Erin mentioned that she wanted to grow her LGBTQ plus clientele, so I researched and found three main opportunities for her. The first is to advertise on LGBT weddings. LGBT Weddings is an international online resource for gay and queer couples to find screened wedding professionals, wedding inspiration, and wedding planning articles to plan the perfect day. Advertising on this website would range from $250 to $900 per year. I thought advertising on this website would be a great opportunity for Erin, as there is only one other competitor in the dance lesson category within 50 miles of San Francisco. The competitor is located in Kensington, which is near Berkeley. The second opportunity I found was to advertise on Engaged Weddings. Engaged Weddings is an international online wedding directory that brings same-sex couples together with top-notch wedding vendors. Advertising on their website would be $99 per year for the basic listing, or $299 a year for a featured listing. There are currently no competitors at all in California for dance lessons, which is a great opportunity for Erin and something she can really capitalize on. The third opportunity I found was to advertise on Equally Wed. Equally Wed is the world's leading LGBTQ+ wedding and honeymoon magazine and directory of LGBTQ+ inclusive wedding vendors and venues. Advertising packages would range from $300 to $2,000 per year. Another project I worked on was updating the pricing on the website. So what you see on the screen is how Erin currently formats the different packages she offers on her website. You can see the 4 packages she offers with a quick description of each. But to see more specifically of what's included for each package, you would have to scroll down the webpage. So I decided to consolidate the information for each package to include the pricing, description, and what's included. And after all 4 packages have been listed, I have a call to action button at the bottom where interested couples could book a consultation. I decided to format it in this way so it would be clearer and easier for couples to compare the different packages. A third project I worked on was organizing all of Erin's reviews. So what you see on the screen is just a quick snapshot of the many reviews Erin has. David and I thought it was important for Erin to have all her reviews in one place. This way, she can see which reviews she is currently using and if she would want to replace older reviews with newer ones. Reviews highlighted in yellow don't necessarily pertain to Steps to Love, as Erin mentioned she does other dance coaching, but we decided to still include them in the overall database. Reviews highlighted in purple are ones that Erin does currently use. I also decided to make a note for the reviews in purple to note where said review is being posted. Reviews in white are currently not being used. Now I'll hand it over to David to speak more about digital marketing.
Hey, thank you so much, Catherine. Great job. My name is David Kellum, and I'm here to talk about our team's digital marketing roadmap. So we designed a process basically from A to Z on how to achieve their specific goals. So I'll give a quick summary of that. And on the next slide here, we can see, I'll talk a little bit about our process. So essentially, we conducted a survey and had a kickoff meeting and did a little bit of research as externs. And what it came down to is we identified 2 primary marketing goals. Number 1, we want to book consultation calls, direct sales, key to the business. Number 2, the company Steps to Love want to amplify their presence online. That'll mean a lot of different things, and we'll go into it a little bit detail later. the team also expressed a really key objective. And what that is, they want to acquire 10 new customers a month. And we did the calculations. And on average, that would generate $18,000 in extra revenue per month. So what we did to accomplish these goals is we came up with a roadmap, which consists of 8 tactical campaigns in a detailed 12-step process. On the next page here, we break that down into visuals. I'll talk about this a little bit. So for that first goal, booking consultation calls, we're going to approach it 2 different ways. Some sub goals, we want to generate leads. And secondly, we want to capture existing demand that we know is already out there. And it breaks down into the light blue on the bottom are the 4 campaigns to reach this goal. We want to create a 3x3 video funnel, which we'll explain later. And then we also want to test it on paid social media, really buy some data and learn some things about our audiences and get a few sales along the way. In order to capture existing demand, we're going to use search engine marketing. So we're going to run a paid local service ads campaign from Google, great product, great new product. And we're also going to cross-post and optimize SEO, both on Google and also the listings that Steps to Love is already present on. For the second goal, we're going to amplify digital presence. And so we're thinking about this into 2 sub goals: develop relationships, really emphasize relationships in everything they do in their marketing. And then one key way to do that is to leverage endorsements. So the campaigns will break down into creating an email with some welcome sequences, and also an email below that. We really want to launch a thank you campaign. She's developed as a team great experiences for clients and customers with a proven track record. So we want to make sure we leverage that. Related is by collecting those third-party endorsements, using those for content, using those for all kinds of marketing, make that a core visible strategy for the business. And also promote user-generated content. Their clients are wedding, the really great day in their lives. So they're going to want to share with friends, and we want to make sure that we're amplifying that and really underlying what magical experiences Steps to Love create. And so next, from our part, so we stay organized and on track, we broke that down into 12 tasks. I'll go through them really quickly, and I'll have some highlights following up, but it goes in 3 phases. First, we want to make sure we have a clear setup phase, into a planning phase. And then once we have that all set up, we're ready to execute and run and drive some results. So for setup, we want to organize an access checklist. We want to set up the infrastructure, the digital plumbing, which includes Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager. And we also want to have conversations through a strategy questionnaire to understand what are the key goals that we're trying to accomplish, make it very clear on paper, very clear to see. Planning, at this phase, we want to build the tools that we need to get the job done. So we're going to create reporting decks with a snapshot of where the business stands now versus the goals that we'll develop later and where we're going, with key metrics, key numbers. We want to do some audience mapping, know who we're talking to and why and where they are. We want to create some organization tools, which you'll see, a content library with calendar, and then a media plan. So we want to take all these great ideas and we want to make them tangible and apply, tie them to a budget and also a timeline, and take an inventory of our resources to get this done. Execution, I'll talk about a little bit later, but those are kind of the campaigns we want to launch. Like I said, Google local service ads, 3x3 video grid that will put money places, but really in task 10, we want to put them on paid social media and learn some things, signal test. We'll cross-post that content, and sorry, I skipped here. But we'll move on and talk about these things later. So on the next page here, from here on out, I'm just going to sample a few of these tasks and kind of dive and give a quick impression about the things that we can do. So for task 4, we want to create this reporting deck, and one page on here, once we get everything set up, once we have the analytics, once we have data, we're going to set benchmarks. So if you look at the table, the middle column there for benchmarks, where's the business right now according to the numbers? And so once we have that, we can come up with a reasonable target, do a little conversion math about our efforts, and make some pretty good guesses. So in this case, what we know on the bottom there in the red is we want 10 new clients per month. So if we do some quick conversion math, we'll start at the top. We want 10,000 impressions. We want an addressable audience combined over all channels, website visits, social media, search media, and the other platforms. We want to, let's say 2% of them become engaged leads. They raise their hand, say they're interested. We get 10% of those folks to book consultation calls. And then we send them once the sales team, Erin herself and her team, are really great at demonstrating their value for the clients. So we're thinking about a third of those will convert, equaling our 10 new clients per month. Once we have that information in, we can come up with a budget. We know how much we can afford to spend, what our goal return on ad spend is, and how much a customer is worth. So we'll move on, and I'll go quickly. These are a couple of frameworks that we wanted to introduce. So for task 5, we want to map the network. And I'll read. So we are using a visual model called a topic wheel. And so the business is at the center, whether it's Erin's personal brand or whether it's Steps to Love. On the layer outside of that are topics, key topics that are aligned with the core competencies and the values of the business, stuff that the business loves talking about. And then on the outer layer are people, whether they be high authority celebrities, influencers on those topics, or target audiences. So we have a map, and then we translate that visual into a spreadsheet here. So we stay organized and focused, and all of our messaging is focused. Breadcrumbs come from the outside, and they follow all the way into the center of the business. So that's the idea. That's what we want to get done. So the next thing we talk to, one key tactical campaign we're going to get to on the next slide is a 3x3 video funnel. Okay, and there it is. Same idea. The idea is we're going to present their authentic brand with really short videos that express why, how, and what. And then we structure them on social media with layered sequenced if-then sequences. So for instance, if someone watches something on the top, video 1, we'll send them something in the middle. They watch something in the middle and they record that engagement. We'll send them something on the end, on the saying what actions to take next. So everything is connected and logical. And so we'll go to the next stage. This is a recommendation that we as a team have. And to be honest with you, it's a secret weapon, and we could probably ignore all the rest of the advice because if they do this, this will, we think, lead to some great results with very minimal effort. Those are the Google local service ads. And what we did, we have an explainer here. They just pop up on top of pay-per-click ads on the right-hand side. They're circled in blue. And as you can see, it's on top of the pay-per-click ads, and it pushes all the organic off the page there. If you look in the middle, we did some investigation and we ran, okay, if in San Francisco zip code on top, we want to get 10 leads. And actually it's a typo, we want to get 30 leads, but let's just say we get 10 leads for a dance instructor category. The monthly budget is reported below, $240 to $360. The packages that we're selling at Steps to Love start at $1,100 and go up to $2,500. So even one sale from this will more than pay for the investment. So those are some of the recommendations we had. We have them laid out step by step. So really good roadmap to success. And so if we move on, I will just wrap it up here. In summary, we believe that implementing the Google local service ads and advertising on the suggested LGBTQ+ websites will increase traffic to the website. By implementing this digital marketing strategy, we believe that Steps to Love will reach its goal of acquiring 10 additional clients per month, generating an additional $18,000 in revenue within a given period of time. In short, Erin Parsley and her team at Steps to Love have an amazing business with an amazing brand, and they have a proven track record for producing magical, memorable moments in the lives of their clients. They are truly on the precipice of tremendous growth, And it has been an honor for us as externs to learn from them and participate in their success. And special thank you to Nikita and the American Marketing Association of San Francisco. And before we leave, I think Catherine can wrap up some next steps here.
Oh, first we'll do some of the skills we gained or developed. So we gained hard skills and soft skills. Me personally, I got to develop my skills with Adobe, which is the software I use for the pricing mockup, and developing just Google Sheets in general, which I use to organize the reviews. And David gained more knowledge about Google local service ads. Some soft skills we developed was communication, just because that was such an important skill because the entire externship was remote. So David and I needed to maintain clear and timely communication, not only with ourselves, but also with our mentor and our business host. And other skills we developed were collaboration and teamwork, time management and responsibility. And of course, for me, research was super important just because I was researching different opportunities for Erin to grow her business. Next steps, just some suggestions for steps to love would be: 1, review the different advertising packages on the suggested LGBTQ+ websites, and if they're interested, to start advertising with them. And that will hopefully build some of the clientele. Like David mentioned, really implementing Google local service ads just to drive that traffic to her website and increase the number of clients for Erin. And just something minor would be possibly updating the reviews on her website to have more of the recent ones on her website. And for us externs, David and I will continue to educate ourselves about different marketing strategies. David specifically, he's available for digital agency and freelance work. And for myself, I hope to find work in the educational nonprofit sector or do something completely different and focus on website design and copywriting. Thank you, everyone.
Great job, you guys. Very, very impressive.
Thank you. That was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. We had a lot of fun.
Hey, Erin, you could franchise this thing coast to coast if you wanted to.
Well, that's really awesome for you to hear you say that, because that is actually an idea I have had. So thank you for giving me that vote of confidence. Eric, do you know about franchising? Do you know how to direct you? I need some guidance, actually. So I don't even know where to start, but it's definitely something I've thought about. So if that's something you know anything about, I am very much open to your suggestions or any guidance. Thank you.
Okay, well, I'm going to open up the floor for any questions we have about this presentation.
Just have a question. David, do you do this for a living?
Yeah, actually, well, thank you. Yeah, I hope so. The funny thing about the pandemic is I had a lot of time on my hands, and a lot of good resources released a lot of great information on how to do some basics of marketing. And I've also worked with Co-op Careers as an intern and now an instructor. So really based on community resources to kind of work with internships and clients and to do that. So, but yeah, in college, I'm a performing arts major.
Yeah,
So
I remember you mentioned at the beginning that you were self-taught and you were learning from YouTube?
Yeah, a lot of different resources, some more structured resources during the pandemic released some study materials like Coursera. There's a business called Blitz Metrics, which I shared some visuals from. So a good mix of self-taught knowledge that's out there. And I was lucky enough during this pandemic to get some good information and great opportunities like here to try it out and see if it works in the real world. So thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah, no, great job, both of you guys. But I was very happy to see how thorough you were on your strategy. So kudos on that.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, we're going to go over and introduce Troops Direct. Jackson, would you like to take over? All right.
Yeah, thank you, Nikita. Yes, I'll just jump in, I guess. So, or unless, Elizabeth, do you have our, cool, we're all pulled up. Great. So I'm Jackson Baker. I'm going to be going over my social media plan for Troops Direct. If you want to jump to the next slide, Nick, that'd be great. So my team, I'm Jackson Baker, your extern. That's my email there. My two hosts were Elizabeth and Nikita, of course. And if we want to jump over to the next slide, Elizabeth. So Troops Direct helps to provide our troops with critically needed items that they request for their safety and for mission success. Because of contracting purchase delays or supply chain inefficiencies, our troops can't always get what they need when they need it. You can see some of the accolades that Troops Direct have gathered over the years at the bottom left. They also advocate for the military through public outreach and through education regarding the needs and risks associated with service. I'd like to thank Aaron and Melissa, our founder, executive director, and then Melissa, our operations director, for this experience, and invite them if they want to say anything about their organization before we hop right in. If not, Aaron, we'll just move right
So I'm right here. I'm Aaron Nierbon. I'm the founder and executive director, and our big mission in the grand scheme of things is, people from all over this nation raise their hand to serve, and we want to make sure that we're able to give them everything they need to perform their duty, whether that's life-saving here domestically at home with National Guard, with the natural disaster response, or anything in between there all around the globe. We just want to get our Americans back home safe to their families with missions accomplished. And that's been our goal since 2010.
Great, thank you, Aaron. Elizabeth, if you want to move on to our next slide, we'll look at the project goal. So our marketing objective was to increase the average number of online donors per month by 20% between the months of May through July 2022 to September to November 2022. So it's the number of donors instead of the dollar amounts of donations, just to avoid any complications that would arise because of like certain whale donors donating a lot of money. It's just a more useful metric. We can go to the next slide, please. So Troops Direct has a very large audience. You'll see Instagram have just below 2,000 followers with average likes of 5 per post, average comments of 0.2. And they post types of content such as photos and videos. And you see that they have a very low engagement rate. Jump on over to Facebook, they have just below 16,000 followers, a lot more. And they're getting an average of 18.4 likes per post and an average comments of 0.6. They also do photo and video content, and you can see the engagement rate is also very low. So they have a super large audience presenting huge opportunities to garner donations with the correct messaging. But as you can see, we're just not getting the engagement that they really deserve. So you want to hop on to the next slide. We'll look at their current strategy. They utilize platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And their audience is somewhat unclear. Doesn't seem to be targeted towards any group in particular. And the frequency of posts is somewhat sporadic, around once a week to like 8 or 9 days, every 8 or 9 days. And the type of content is photos and videos. And all this content falls into the categories of news, current events, holidays, thank yous to donors, and like testimonials from different service members that they have helped. I want to go to the next slide. We'll look at our proposed strategy, which utilizes platforms. Just wanted to focus on Instagram and Facebook for now. And the audience we're going to be reaching out to is those 25 to 50 years old, family-oriented, military supporters, humanitarian-minded, idealistic, patriotic, emotional, kind, seeking empowerment, right-leaning / moderate, middle class, and story lovers. Some of those are just like adjectives to describe who kind of the type of posts and who we're trying to reach with those posts. But yeah, the posting on a frequency of around 4 times a week And the type of content is photo posts and a few Instagram stories. And the two broad content categories that all the posts fall into are conversion and growth. So we'll take a look at what that means in the next slide now. So here are two broad categories. Conversion posts are meant to convert followers to donors. So as we may have discussed, there's currently not a lot of crossover between the people that are actually donating and our large social media audiences. So we want to tap into all that potential for donors. So we want to focus on building trust to kind of persuade them to donate. When you're considering donating to an organization, I think you really want to make sure it's one that you can trust. And to build trust, consistency is really important. So we're maintaining a 4 times a week posting schedule. We want to convey professionalism. And one of the best ways to do that is to lean into the impact the organization has already made. So communicating impact also helps to empower donors. The donor, you want to know that your money is actually making an impact, that you can make a difference with it. So we'll convey that by using direct messaging, highlighting the organization's accolades related to transparency and public service in our posts, but also doing that, communicating that organically by sharing some of the information about supply shipments that are sent out through our monthly impact reports. We'll look at those in a little bit, and also sharing messages received from service members, whether that may be feedback, testimonials, thank yous from them, or just requests that they send out for supplies they need. We want to utilize storytelling with these messages to not only educate the need for support, but also entertain the audience and get them to follow the organization's efforts. So to the right, we see our growth category. So this is all about growing the audience and working to alter some of the perceptions about the organization to be more positively received by a wider audience. So some people may be hesitant to donate to a military-related organization. However, someone who would not donate to provide tactical support, they may be more receptive to donating medical supplies, canine supplies, or supporting our National Guard at home. We want to make sure that our donors know that you are able to specify where your money is spent when you donate to Troops Direct. We also want to work to humanize our soldiers and use emotional appeals. We want to reframe the issue because at the end of the day, Troops Direct is a humanitarian organization. They do not support the war or the politics around it. They are about supporting people, our service members, mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, who make sacrifices and are often undersupplied. So in tandem with those growth posts, we also want to utilize hashtags to expand our reach and also engage with similar accounts, other nonprofits, just to really reach as many people as we can. And we want to use a tone, like a passionate tone, convey our gratitude, but also the necessity of what we're doing. If you want to move on to the next slide, we'll look at some of the posts that we've created. The captions are displayed on the right of the images here. At the top left, we see a sample of the impact report that I discussed. We can see that we have the time period shown, the supplies that went out during that period, their dollar values, and the list of our donors for that period. Like mentioned earlier, these posts are meant to help build trust for our audience, as well as to empower donors and let them know that they're able to make a real impact in real time. Captions include the dollar values of supplies, a thank you to our donors, and then of course, a call to action asking people to check out our website and consider making a donation. So yeah, those will go out on a monthly schedule. Down at the bottom left, we have some of the text posts that I've created, highlighting some of the requests, feedback, and thank yous we are getting from service members. Elizabeth, if you want to just cycle through the next 5 slides, it shows some of those examples. But they feature a short excerpt and the full text in a tile to the right. As discussed, these help build trust, convey need, illustrate the impact of donations, and then tell the story of many troops in the field and the obstacles that they face. I found that this type of content was really interesting to look into when doing this project. And I think it can be really valuable as well as interesting for our followers to kind of see what kind of stuff our troops are need and what kind of stuff they're reaching out for. If you want to go to the top right, this is our, some of these posts are highlighting some of the other impact that Troops Direct is making. They talk about our National Guard supporting our homeland heroes. Caption reads, COVID-19, natural disasters, rioting, our guardsmen have stopped their daily lives to protect us. And yeah, if you can go to the next one, there's just another version of that post. But yeah, if you want to look down to the bottom right, now we have just highlighting the different ways that you can donate to Troops Direct. As mentioned previously, you can designate tactical, medical, National Guard, or K-9 for where you want your money spent. And as discussed previously, I just think that's really cool, and people might be more open to donating to Troops Direct if they know that they're empowered with the choice of where their money's going. It says designate your donation towards tactical, medical, domestic, National Guard, or K-9 supplies, or wherever it's needed most. But yeah, there's 3 or 4 of those types of posts. And now if I want to move on to next steps for Troops Direct, if you just want to cycle through those for me, Elizabeth. Thank you. So yeah, want to continue maintaining a consistent posting schedule 4 times a week. And that shouldn't be too difficult to do with the impact reports, as well as all the feedback and testimonials they're getting on a daily basis. Really want to lean into that type of content because it's frankly easy to turn around, and I think it's really powerful. Want to convey trustworthiness, professionalism, gratitude, and then just the necessity of donors' donations. Keep posting those impact reports, the testimonials, the requests to highlight supply chain and budgetary problems. Found it very interesting just hearing about all the stuff that our troops go without, how they spend money out of pocket. So just really highlight those types of messaging, and then also continue to thank and empower our donors, show how grateful we are, and just the great impacts that they're able to make, and continue to highlight the variety of causes that you're able to donate to. You don't necessarily have to be donating towards tactical military supplies, could be medical supplies, could be supporting our National Guard at home and all the great work they do. Continue to just remain neutral in our messaging, avoiding anything that may have people perceive the organization in any political stance to basically appeal to the largest audiences possible, and to engage with similar accounts, other nonprofits, and also to post more story posts and video content in the future, just to really show, the nuts and bolts of the operation that they're running there. So if you want to move to the next slide, Elizabeth, I'll reflect a little bit and show what's next for me. So some of the hard skills that I developed were social media, digital marketing strategy, and then also graphic design. I hadn't had a huge chance to do that a lot, so that was really interesting and fun for me. And soft skills developed was just communication, although I was the only extern, working with my extern mentors, and then the people over at Troops Direct, Melissa, Aaron. Remote work was somewhat of a challenge in time management, but given the broad due dates that we had, just staying disciplined with that. And but that was really interesting, and remaining organized all was a really good experience. And for me, I guess what's next is I just want to continue developing myself as a marketer, refining the process of developing data-driven digital marketing campaigns. That's something I wish I could have leaned into a bit more with the project, but definitely something I'm interested in and want to continue pursuing in the future. And just gaining experience on how to how to approach these marketing problems, being more efficient and process oriented, and just overall how to like evaluate customers, a brand, their existing marketing, and like selecting which channels to use, what's going to be most effective, and really just gaining experience. You know, working on graphic design and remaining open-minded to new opportunities and finding my niche within the marketing industry. If you want to go to the next slide, Elizabeth, that's really my whole presentation. You can scan the barcode to the left, and that'll take you to the social media calendar, see all 30-some posts that we created, and my contact info on the right if you want to reach out or you have any questions. That's my LinkedIn right there. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys at Troops Direct for this awesome opportunity. My mentors over at AMA, really appreciate all you guys.
Ooh, great job.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Jackson, you did a real good job, especially with the, kind of having to do it all by yourself and that other student failed. You did a good job trying to pull this off by yourself.
Appreciate it, Aaron. Yeah, I hope something, if anything, you'll be able to find something that's useful out of that project. But yeah, it was a pleasure.
I want to acknowledge that considering you did it on your own, you went above and beyond, and you stepped it up because, as Aaron said, your co-worker decided not to work on this project anymore, and you were left alone. But again, awesome job. I am really proud of you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Great work, Jackson. Any other questions or comments? Great. Okay, and we are off to our final group, the Asian table.
Hello, everyone. During the 2 months of the program, my teammate Letitia and I got lots of professional experience while doing projects for the Asian table. We would like to thank them.
Maybe we're seeing your whole screen. Maybe try sharing your screen one more time.
Okay.
Now you're good. Okay, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. During the 2 months of the program, my teammate Letitia and I got lots of professional experience while working on the project for the Asian table. We would like to thank the organizers of the program for giving us the opportunity to be here today. So a little bit info about me. I'm a content creator and aspiring digital marketing manager. My teammate Letitia is an aspiring data analyst. The Asian Table is a California-based company committed to bringing you do-it-yourself culinary experiences to taste Asia's flavors in an authentic way. Our extern host, Gerardo, is the founder of the Asian Table, and we are happy to have him here today. Gerardo, could you please share a bit about the Asian Table and how you started? We also attach his social media platforms to the slide. Feel free to take a look.
Yes, thank you. So let me tell you this story. Many people during the lockdown started baking bread and doing some gardening. In my case, I realized that there was a lack of real sushi making kits in the market. So, I took that as a project. I came up with the brand. I came up with a product. I found sources, factories in China, and I started selling it. It was originally a passion project, but I saw that it has a lot of potential. Actually, when I got the first order, it got sold out in a matter of months, maybe actually less than 2 months. I mean, considering it was Christmas time, but I was not expecting it. And I realized that there was a lot of potential. Unfortunately, I didn't have the time to keep working on it other than just selling it at Amazon and selling it on Etsy. And I saw this opportunity to work with Leticia and Julia to work on this project and say, hey, come up with some strategies that we can use to maybe put it in front of more people and so on and so forth. So thank you for doing this, and I can't wait to see what you have for us tonight.
Thank you, Gerarda. So now I will hand it over to Leticia to talk about the project goals.
Thank you, Julia. So after discussion with our Extern host, Gerardo, we have set our project goals, which is improving website traffic and increase sales over time. And we have come up with strategy and some actionable steps in order to achieve the goal. Step 1 is to optimize website presence and utilize plugins. Step 2 is improve search engine optimization. And step 3 is create social media posts. The last one is run ads on social media such as Pinterest in order to build awareness. Next, please. And here is our project tracker, and we use it to keep ourselves organized and everything on track. On the right side is a strategic plan that we come up, and we also provide reasons to back up our actions and steps, and let our Extern host to review it. So this is the first step. We decide our first step is to optimize the website presence, and we utilize some plugins, some built-in template to make the website more neat and organized. Thank you. So this is the original website presence for the Asian table. And if you click through the link, you will find the page is relatively long, and visitor might think this is distracting when they scroll down. And it also lack of clear call to action button at the beginning of the website. Next. And then we have optimized the website presence for the Asian table. This is the new web page looks like. We organize the information into different categories, and we put a call to action button on top of the page. Next. And except for optimizing the website presence, we also added a new plugin to the website backend in order to analyze visitors' behavior, and it helps us understand where the website traffic comes from and where we lose customer on the page. Next. And then the second step is improve search engine optimization. And the tools that we use include keyword planner in Google AdWords and also a plugin called Mode. Next, please. And on top of the page, this is a picture of the plugin. It allows us to see the page authority and the domain authority. So the higher the score you get, the higher your website will rank on Google when people type your product keywords. And on the bottom, here's a picture of the keyword planner. We use this to find out the popular keywords for the product, and we are able to see the search volume for similar keywords. Next, please. And on bottom of the page, this is our research result and the new search engine optimization keyword idea. We are able to find the volume per month for different keywords, and we came up some new search engine keywords idea for the product. Next, please. Next, I will hand it over to Julia to talk more about social media strategy. I think you're muted.
Instagram is one of the most important social media channels around, and we are positive at any marketer not using it, missing out on something big. The last post for the Asian table was posted on November 1st, 2020. When potential clients open Instagram, we will start having questions about whether this business exists or not. We changed it by creating new social media plan. So the plan for the social media is created by using Hootsuite. Everything will be posted automatically 2 times per week on Monday and Thursday. We also created a link tree which will be added to the Instagram bio, and we will help potential customers to find where to place the order. Talking about paid marketing, this is the interface on Pinterest advertising page where 478 million active users on Pinterest. So our potential customers, people who sell gift sets, use Pinterest to advertise their products. Furthermore, Pinterest conversion are approximately 2.5 times higher for conversion than other platforms such as Facebook and Twitter. So we created an advertisement in order to attract the potential buyers. Talking about skills, we improved our communication skills by providing and accepting feedback, communicating through mail and meeting on Zoom. We also improved our project management skills. We learned how to coordinate tasks as well as motivate and encourage each other and define the roadmap to successfully complete the project. We also improved time management skills, teamwork skills, remote working skill, leadership, and public speaking skills. I will hand it over to Letitia to talk about hard skills we gained.
Some of the hard skills that we gained include search engine optimization, and we learned how to use Google AdWords. We also learned how to optimize website presence and use analytic tools to understand website traffic. And we also developed our graphic design skill and learned how to make video advertisement by using Canva. And we also learned how to run an ad on social media, such as Pinterest. So for the next step for the Asian table, we hope that they will implement change such as the new website presence and the new keywords that we come up, and also implement the social media plan and run an ads on social media such as Pinterest, and see if Pinterest is a good idea to advertise your product. And for me, my next step includes using the marketing skills that I gained from this externship and build my own brand. And I also want to look have a career in marketing, in digital marketing, and I will also look for some marketing analyst job. And last but not least, I hope to get involved in AMA and network with more marketers.
Yeah, I plan to keep working on my marketing skills. I also plan to become a volunteer in AMA and make contribution to the future extern program. Thank you so much, and we are ready to answer your questions.
I just have to say thank you very much. This is very thorough too. There's a lot of good thinking behind it, and it's just a matter of implementing it. And I think what I need to do is, besides implementing it, of course, is do an audit in a couple of months just to see how everything that you have presented today has helped to sell more and to gain more awareness. And those numbers, I mean, we'll talk about those numbers and see if you can brag about what you did tonight and how that impacted the whole brand. Thank you very much to both of you.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to learn more about the digital marketing skills as well.
Yeah, it was a great experience. Thank you.
Great job, team. I'm also really, really impressed. You guys have done a really great job ideating and really thinking through your strategies. And I know that this presentation just covered some of the things that you've thought through, but really good work. You should be really proud of yourselves. Great. Any final questions? Comments? Okay. I just want to give one more round of applause to not only our externs, but also our extern host mentors, and of course the AMA. Thank you so much for making all of this happen. Woo. So now that the Academy is done, what is next? For our businesses, we will be sending you a feedback survey next week. So please give us your honest feedback on how you thought this experience went and also how we can improve. This way we know how to continue the program and, of course, better optimize it. You can also nominate another small business that you think could be a good match for the program and that could get some great help from us. And please continue supporting the AMA as well as your externs and helping one another. And of course, if you're interested in hiring any of them after this experience, you're welcome to connect with them. That process is separate from the AMA and independent, but if that's something you're interested in, you absolutely can. And lastly, please utilize what your externs have created for you. They've put in a lot of time, energy, effort, research, everything into this project. So please make sure to utilize it. It's all available in our Google Drive folder. So please take access and look into everything that they've worked on.
And for our externs, please take note, you'll need to complete a feedback survey if you haven't already. You'll receive a certificate, which you can upload to your LinkedIn, update your resume, and nominate the next cohort of externs. And finally, you can support the AMA by joining, volunteering, or giving back. By all means, please feel free to utilize Externship Academy projects and the network. Now we're handing it over to Gerardo.
Well, I just want to say thank you again to everybody that was part of this program. Of course, to Elizabeth and Nikita, that they went above and beyond and knocked it out of the park. Thank you very, very much. This is the first one we do. Hopefully we can establish this forever. So I want, if you don't mind, everybody, a big applause to Nikita and Elizabeth. I think they deserve it.
Great job.
Again,
Yeah, thanks for all your work.
Also. Yeah,
You.
it's a lot of work. I saw how much they worked, and I was very happy to see how much passion they put on this project, and it shows. So thank you again. And thank you also for supporting the AMA San Francisco chapter. And for that reason, we are going to have our summer social event, which is coming on the August 18. I hope to see you all there. Actually, I just heard that Workbox, which is the company of one of our dear board members, especially Eric, who I think is still here. He is inviting all of you externs to the event. He is going to comp your ticket. So hopefully you can make it. Go there and let us know if you are up for that. We'll get your ticket for that, and we hope to see you there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be our first in-person event of the year. It's going to be about networking and having some fun, and it's going to be on, again, August 18th from 6 to 9 at the Spark Social in San Francisco. Other than that, I want to invite everybody to join the AMA as a member, or if you want to give back to the community and sharpen your marketing skills. We're always looking for talented people, to join our group of volunteers. I'm reading in the comments that you can email Eric Winder at AMASF if you would like to attend, and he will comp your ticket. Thank you very much, Eric.
But I might twist your arms to become a member, just warning you.
Which is fine. We'll see what we can do for you guys. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for doing this. Elizabeth, one last words.
Elizabeth, you're muted.
Thank you again, everyone. We're really proud of the work that you did and really hope that this externship experience opens the door for you, whether it's finding a new interest in marketing or area of marketing, whether it's discovering an industry that you may have not considered before, whether it's making a new friend or someone, to add to your network. We really hope that this experience was meaningful for externs and our extern hosts as well. Thank you so much for being a part of this program. And as Gerardo said, if you're interested in giving back and participating as a mentor or supporting in any way, we need help. So feel free to join us and send us an email. But thank you so much. Thanks for joining us, and keep in touch.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Great job again, everybody.
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye-bye.